can you buy a better driver game? So we've got our high price point driver, mid price point driver, and Bezos driver.
Bezos's club.
We're going to see what the difference is between these three drivers statistically with a mid-handicap golfer. Stay tuned for it. Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. So if you remember last time, we were with Sam, our mid-handicap golfer, playing off 10?
10, yeah.
Yeah, traditionally fader with a golf ball.
Big slicer.
Occasionally it was a slice, and we were trying to control that. Now, Sam had inherited a low spin model.
Yeah.
Paradigm AI Smoke, triple diamond, 9 degrees, and if anything, this was exasperating the issue.
Yeah.
We were losing this to the right-hand side. It is a fade biased driver, but I was convinced we could get this set up in the right way, and I believe it was about 310.
Yeah, the best one.
Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got that set up in that correct setting for you, which is we got the sleeve into the draw setting, and we changed the weighting on here as well to give you those low spin bombs, I should say. We didn't do anything with the shaft. That was just purely a head tune-up. But what we're going to do today is compare it to different price points in the market. So Callaway we would consider, I'd say, at the top price point there.
Yeah.
And then we've got a Wilson Dynapower Carbon, lovely looking driver.
Yeah.
Did a review on this on the channel as well, and it performed really well, but it'll be interesting to see how this one stacks up. And then we've just invested in a box set. So we're talking about all in for the whole box set, £150.
Yeah, 150, 170 quid.
Which is great value, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what is the drop off in performance, guys? We're going to show you exactly what that is with Sam. Also, I would say you're on the quicker side of club head speed.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that, yeah.
I would say so. You're almost up at sort of PJ Tour average, so there's a lot of guys and girls now coming in, he likes that, a lot of guys and girls coming into the game who are quicker in terms of their speed, and they're working on their games, they're working on their speeds, but they might go into a box set like this. Is it actually suitable for them?
Yeah.
Or do they have to is it worth just jumping into something a bit more mid-price point, higher price point, because actually this is going to hurt their game substantially. We're going to just test that. We'll start with Sam to set the benchmark, work into the Wilson, finish off with the Amazon set.
Awesome.
All right. Okay guys, so let's have a little look at, first of all, how they look in hand, right? So carbon fiber, when we're talking about the Paradigm Triple Diamond. So if you put that down there for me, Sam, impressions on the head of that one. Obviously I know that's your gamer right now, but compared to what you've used in the past as well, and you've picked up.
I like that. I just think it sits very nicely for me.
Square,
anyway.
right?
Yeah. But again, like this is kind of all I've known because I've always kind of played Callaway
drivers. Yeah. And traditionally carbon fiber, so they have a particular acoustic to them as well, the Callaway drivers. Then if I swap that out for the Wilson there, again, carbon. So the material's the same.
This looks a lot, whether it is or not, just looks a lot more closed face.
Yeah, okay. So again, I have got that set up in a draw setting for Sam today, but whereas the AI Smoke starts from an open position and we've squared it up, that's now starts in a square position and we've made it more shut.
Yep.
So technically, that should be a more draw biased driver for you as well.
It feels lighter.
Yeah, it feels lighter as well. Yeah,
I don't know if it is or not. Obviously, this is more matte finish.
Yeah.
I like a shiny finish.
Yeah, okay. And the shape of them?
Shape of them, I mean, for me, maybe this looks slightly bigger.
Yeah.
But like
front to back?
Front to back and sort of width-wise as well.
Yeah, so that's what I'd expect. So the Callaway will be deeper. So actually, this is a smaller head in terms of the CC size.
Exactly, yeah.
This is 460 cc.
Okay.
And then, finally, just to drop that one in, compare it against your Callaway.
I mean, obviously there is a visual difference. But again, this just looks like a older driver.
An older model.
Yeah.
Like maybe what you'd have seen maybe going back 25 years ago, would you say?
Yeah, and like the face of it is obviously more open because it's 10.5.
Yes, more loft
degrees.
on it, yeah.
I mean, the club head doesn't look that much bigger at all, I wouldn't say. It looks relatively similar. But yeah, looks, again, because we probably haven't adjusted this then looks more open as well.
Yeah, so worth mentioning, guys, non-adjustable, the box set driver, so we can't do anything with that, sadly. Haven't been able to measure the loft on it per se, but we do know we've got a bit more loft on the Wilson, we've got a bit more loft on the Callaway as well. I'd say in terms of measured loft, the Callaway would come out the lowest.
Okay.
So they're never going to be absolute comparables to this, but really it's just about whether at this price point what we're losing, right?
Yeah, because at the price point, it's an amazing price point for people.
Yeah, great. Okay, let's get some numbers with the Callaway and then we'll get into these ones as well for you.
Where's my target?
So again, if we go down at that 150, so that was high push for camera.
I was a bit out the toe.
But interestingly, that's finished 33 yards offline.
Okay, which is better than before.
We were about 50, if you remember, 50, 52. So we brought that in. by the settings that we've sort of corrected there for Sam. That wasn't your best one, because we've had one out there at sort of 174 mile/hour ball speed. That was 163. So this is certainly, in terms of the way it's set up, it's not as forgiving at the heel and the toe because of where that CG placement is, but it is designed to give like lower spin and bombs, you know, deliver bombs. That's a nice one. Yep, so ball speed back up again, 167, 282 carry. That's kind of that flight we were
and that
looking
wasn't,
at, isn't it?
I didn't feel that was a good,
Yeah.
like a real good strike
No,
either.
it would suggest maybe a little bit low on the face, maybe a little bit heel side based on the spin there.
Yeah.
Just below 3,000 RPMs, but sometimes spin can be your friend, guys. Spin can actually stabilize a flight and keep it in the fairway. So we don't always, you know, you don't want something that's sub 2,000. You don't want something that's above 3,000, but in between those parameters is there or thereabouts, I would say, nowadays.
That was low again.
Again, yeah, low on the face, but again, it's actually a really nice number for you, because it's 166 ball speed, 281 carry, 28 on the spin. That's a really nice stable flight, you know.
And that, I wouldn't say are 3 good, like, great drives either.
No,
of mine.
no, but that's where we're relying on the technology a bit. Okay, so let's move then into the Wilson, because I think they were, you know.
I mean, I would be pleased with them on the course.
Exactly, and I think they're probably true to form in terms of, if you are going to lose one, it would be to the right hand side.
Yeah, and
still,
the club can only do so much.
Exactly.
I mean, oh, thanks, Nick.
I can fit the club around to optimise your good stuff and sometimes help with a miss.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you can't override a bad swing completely.
No.
You've got to pick your poison. Everybody wants the longest, most forgiving driver, but you're going to give up one or the other to a certain extent. This is very much set up around lower spin, giving you, you know, I've got it as forgiving as I can do and set up, but it's still a lower spin model.
Yes.
So when you get it, it's going to go forever.
Yeah.
But if you don't quite get it, it's not got the forgiveness of something like a Wilson. So this will be interesting to see.
Yeah.
If you put the same sort of strikes on this one, what we see here. So,
whoa.
certainly a slightly higher flight.
Yeah.
Ball speed's up.
Yeah.
Compared to the Callaway, in terms of that was a better hit.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, that felt cleaner.
But you've lost about 10 yards, well, you've lost about 7 yards worth of carry.
Yes.
So 275 carry, 17 on the launch, 3-2. So it was a little bit spinnier, that one.
Yeah.
As we'd expect from that model.
Okay, so yeah, you would expect more spin off this.
Potentially the way we've got it set up, because it's a deeper centre of gravity, which is designed to give you a bit more launch, a bit more spin.
Yeah.
But with that comes forgiveness.
Okay,
so
well that went pretty straight, didn't it?
It was 7.9 yards right at target. So that's the straightest shot you've hit so far.
Yeah.
It's gone a little bit
Pulled
left.
that one.
So that was a really good hit. You're back up to 282 yards again, but it's gone quite a long way left for you, that one.
Yes.
So obviously you mentioned at the start that this one looked a bit more closed.
Yeah.
If you were going to play with this, would we then be better moving it back to its just 9-degree setup and get it back to neutral? Because I've got this in the same setup as the Callaway.
Okay,
as in set up for draw, right?
Yes.
What we can expect with the two models is, just in its neutral position, the Callaway will naturally have a bit more fade bias to it.
Yes.
Because of the internal weighting in it.
Yeah, okay.
So it's better players typically don't want to see the ball turn over too much. If you're talking about your John Rahms and those sort of guys where they sort of fade it a little bit, they want their drivers to enhance that for them.
Okay.
So they can be as neutral as they want with their swing dynamics, and then they see it go that way. Very rarely would you see I think the only player I can really think of who has a very extreme draw bias driver is Alex Noren.
Okay.
And he is always working on that very exaggerated over the top fade move. And so he's getting his equipment to sort of stabilize it from the other way.
Right, okay.
So he almost works on, it almost looks like he's trying to hit it over the top slice, but then he's got his driver set up for draw and it neutralizes it for him.
Wow.
Most pros are almost going the other way, where they might see it travel a little bit from right to left or very neutral, and they don't want to see it go way left.
Yeah.
So this driver is naturally more fade bias. In its neutral position, it actually sits open.
Yes, okay,
So what I've done here by putting it into the draw setting and changing the loft, I've put it back into a square face orientation.
Yeah.
The Wilson is the other way, so the weighting in that head will be neutral to slightly draw bias.
Okay.
Just naturally.
Yeah.
So it's already a more draw bias driver than this.
Yeah.
Just in its neutral position. But then when you add loft, you close the face a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
So what it might be is I might get you to hit this third shot, and then we might actually just put it back to neutral.
Yeah.
Just to see
See what happens.
Yeah. Distance was back up again though.
I felt like a cleaner hit.
Yeah. So I mean, nothing wrong with the distance there, and actually that's a better set of numbers there. So 15.1 and 2.7 on the spin. But I think for you, it's maybe gone too much the other way, where it's a bit too draw biased almost.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so.
Well, I haven't lost one out to the right.
I haven't lost one out to the right, which is great. So if you're somebody who really suffers with a slice, I would definitely say straight away between the two drivers, that'll be more optimised for you.
Yep.
And we know that. I don't think I'm reinventing the wheel there by telling anybody that, by the way. But it's just quite interesting that if you get something set up the correct way, even this one, once we've got this in the right face orientation for you, we've eliminated the big one out to the right-hand side. I think a lot of people sometimes buy these drivers, don't touch them. So I think seeking some professional advice, making sure you get them set up is absolutely crucial. Just like a sports car, like an F1 car. Got to get it tuned up, you know. Let me drop that back into the 9-degree option for you, because I just want to see exactly how straight we can hit this one for you. This is a couple of years old, so this is the 2023 model. So you're going to get a lot of models like this. Even the AI Smoke Paradigm, see a lot of those on Gimme Market at the moment. I think golfers, we're always searching for better and the best, aren't we? And we're always updating our equipment. But sometimes I feel like people are missing the boat in terms of they're not actually getting it set up right in the first place. And there's a lot of good product on Gimme Market, which I think if it was set up the right way for golfers would do the trick, you know. But so I've popped that back into the 9-degree neutral setting for you.
Okay. Yeah, that looks slightly more open now, or like more open than it was before. That didn't feel as clean off the face.
Yeah. It's a little bit left, that one, but it brought that initial launch down for you a little bit, because we took a bit of loft off of it.
Yeah.
And visually, looking down on it, how does it look?
Yeah, I think visually it definitely looked...
Looks more neutral.
More neutral.
Yeah.
Whereas I definitely felt before it really looked quite close.
We just overcooked it a little bit, a bit too close. Sam has inherited his drivers from a better player. Don't think there's any harm in saying that.
No, I would agree.
And actually, I know the better player, former tour professional, is a draw player. So actually, having a more fade-biased driver for that particular golfer is optimal. Originally, when Sam was hitting that product and it was just in its neutral setting and he didn't really know how to get it set up, it was encouraging and enhancing the fade out to the right-hand side. I think for Sam, something that looks neutral but is internally weighted would hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Basically, there's about 200 pounds difference here between them, and at the moment, distance-wise, when you've hit the Wilson well, when you've hit the Callaway well, we're not buying more distance.
No. Well, there's no good distance in the wrong direction either.
No good distance in the wrong direction, ultimately, as well. But let's hit this, because I've got this set up to how we think it should be set up now. So it'll be interesting to see how this competes against your Callaway.
That was a little bit off to the right.
Yeah. So that was about 32 offline. So at the moment, what would you say there in terms of between the two of them? I mean,
I think probably it's more my swing than either one of them. I think this out of the three, when you first, and maybe it's like, although I don't like the look of it being a closed face.
Yeah, that's what would work best for you.
And just because I don't like it, doesn't mean it's not the right thing for me.
Sure.
And maybe then that's just something I've got to get over.
Get your head around, And you do become used to what you look down on as well. But in terms of, from a different price point, in terms of the feel of them?
I mean, for me, I'm always been so used to hitting a Callaway.
Yeah.
So that for me has always felt, that feels like what a normal driver should feel like.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why I'm glad we got this, because at the end of the day, again, it's the numbers that matter.
Yeah. So I think ultimately that would be more about how we got that one set up for you.
Yep.
But out in the middle of the golf club with a good swing, very comparable.
Yes.
You would say.
Yeah. Completely
really,
agree.
You know, people, you're probably buying more brand than you are performance, I would say there.
Yes. Yep. I'd agree with that.
And setup's obviously very important. Now let's move into the Bezos driver.
Some first vision impressions,
Sam. I mean, so visually, it doesn't look as beautiful as the others. You're not looking at it going, wow, incredible.
It is a stainless steel driver.
Yeah.
No titanium in this. There is no carbon fibre in the crown. It is a single piece stainless steel driver. You've got a very simple alignment aid, which is the white dot.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any real thought into aerodynamics. There's no sort of vortexes.
And there's no weight adjustable.
There's no adjustable weight, there's no adjustable sleeve. So, you know, ultimately it's very, very simple. Shaft-wise,
so regular flex.
It's a non-branded shaft. It's not a Japanese Fujikura or an American or anything like that. American, you know, there's none of those brands in there. It says regular flex, but it's hard to say exactly in terms of from a flex perspective what that'll play like, because flex isn't linear. Now, I haven't just picked it up and given it the very technical waggle test.
Yeah.
I'd say you're probably looking in the sort of early 50 gram range on it.
Okay.
And it's very soft, so it's playing more like a senior / ladies flex, effectively.
Okay.
So not quite a regular. Let's give it a go, guys, see what we get out of it. I don't know what's coming here.
I mean,
Feels
it's
soft,
going to be
right?
real awkward if I drill 3 down the middle with this, isn't it?
Don't try and react to it, just try and
Yeah.
hit your normal swing, yeah.
Okay.
Hard right, as you said.
I mean...
Just feel like it was behind you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, there we go. 2 for 1 carry.
So I mean, because the face was very open there, spin's gone up to 4,000 RPMs, guys. And he's missed that 46 yards right of target. Didn't quite get to 160 ball speed. Didn't look like a bad swing to
No,
me.
it didn't feel incredibly bad.
Yeah.
You know, if it was one of those other two,
Yeah.
I'd have thought, you
Yeah.
know, it
Would
would
have
have
been
still
pretty
been
straight.
over 160 yardage wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, 260 yardage.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's over
and so
160.
I guess just one shot in already, I guess what we're proving there is you're not necessarily, okay, budget's a budget, but you're not doing yourself any favours with a driver like that, because they're actually incredibly hard to hit and hit well and hit straight.
Oh.
That's gone hard right
That's
as well.
even further right.
Yeah, 63 yards. It just looks like it's really hard for you to get it back to square again. So typically, and there's a bit of a myth buster here, I think usually people think with very soft shafts, you'll hook it, but actually the opposite. Because the shaft never actually rebounds and gets back out in front of you, you actually typically, at quicker club head speeds, softer, lighter shafts, you'll lose out to the right-hand side. That's exactly what we're seeing with Sam right now. The shaft just can't quite get back out in front of him, and therefore he just can't square the face up.
So I'll hit another one like a normal
Let's
swing.
go one at full speed, and then we might try one at
I'll try and
slower,
actually.
All right.
Where did that go, Nick?
That's gone quite a long way to the right-hand side there.
Which is?
Well, it's out of bounds here at Castle Royal on the range, but it was 70 yards right of target, so it's gone an awfully long way right. So, okay, so I think we've proven the point there that certainly the drivers within these box sets, very hard to hit, actually not doing anybody any favours at 100 mile an hour plus club head speed. So if you are investing in a box set, the irons might be relevant, but the driver in this particular set here really isn't doing Sam any favours. So that has to be considered if you're going to invest in one of these sets, maybe for somebody for Christmas. If you're getting somebody into the game, they're a young lad, but they're quite strong and they're quite quick and they bring a lot of club head speed to the table, you might want to invest in something second hand, like from somewhere like Gimme Market, for example, where you can actually invest in something that is actually going to help them improve the game and enjoy the game, rather than this, which at the moment is proven.
Yes, it's
All three of those would be
easy,
on a normal
yeah.
golf course, on a normal golf hole.
Yeah.
Probably be out of bounds,
Yeah.
or in some sort of trouble. What I actually really like you to do is try and take a lot of the speed off it, which isn't
Okay.
easy to do. But
Yeah.
let's try and imagine 50%
Okay.
of your normal speed,
Yeah.
and straight over the top of the 150 again for me. Because now what you're having to do is you're having to sacrifice what is a good thing in your game, which is your speed, to try and keep it in play. And you have, which is really interesting, right? Okay, so this is where things get interesting. So 100 mile an hour plus, that driver's no good for you.
Yeah.
But you've brought your speed down there substantially, and all of a sudden you've gone back up to 246 yard carry, 147 mile an hour ball speed, 14 on the launch, 2.9 on the spin.
Yeah.
So just because you're giving that shaft time to get back out in front of you. So again, if you're a slower swing speed golfer,
Yeah.
this setup actually starts to become back relevant again for you, which is, so you could go out and you could buy something like the latest and greatest Callaway low spin model, 55 gram shaft, quite stiff. This is actually going to not help that golfer, something like that, which is part of a £150 box set, but because of the way it's set up, this is the important thing, right? This is where the specs and understanding what suits your game is really important.
Yeah, I mean, that felt very, very slow.
Yeah.
That was sort
Yeah.
of...
But, you know, you would take it. It was a little soft draw.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Up the left-hand side of the fairway. Let's see it again.
One more.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I've got to go and now play 9 holes with this. Can I shoot level par with a box set? It's looking less and less likely by the swing at the moment. Oh, not bad. It's hanging on there for a little soft draw.
I mean, that is much better than the first 3.
242. So, no two ways about it. You've definitely dropped ball speed.
Yeah.
You've definitely dropped distance. And to make that work for you, you've got to drop your club head speed as well. So, you lose an overall, you're averaging 285.
Yeah.
You're now at 242, so you've dropped 40 plus yards to try and make it work for you. So is it worth investing in something like that? I think the box set's a great idea to get somebody into the game, but I think they quite quickly they move out of something like that.
Yeah.
And you need to start looking at some better premium options for them at a, obviously I understand budgets are budgets, at a controllable price point. And that's where I think the second-hand market for guys coming into the game is so important. And it was just really interesting to show that, because if somebody progress with that for a couple of years, it could really be holding them back.
Yeah.
You could be investing in lessons, and we know just as soon as you hit a particular speed threshold, it becomes, as a driver, it's not relevant for you, you know. The 2 midpoint drivers there.
Yeah.
Not a huge amount between those.
No.
It's all about how you get them set up for somebody.
Agreed.
You would probably say for somebody who's on the quicker end of the club head speed, so for Sammy's 110 plus, something like your lower spin model, like that Paradigm AI Smoke Triple Diamond, is probably more relevant.
Yeah.
And then as we move into something like the box set, unfortunately at your speed, that's just not going to be a good fit.
No, but again, as you say, like if it's first time getting out on the golf course and you got 150 quid to spend, and you know you can get one of them from Amazon, happy days. But then, as you say, the second-hand market, getting something then decent set up.
I think you move into one of these quite quick, right? Because unfortunately, that's going to curtail your enjoyment for the game.
Yeah.
You're going to think, oh, I just can't get this thing going straight. What's the point?
Yeah. That
gets you going, but quite quickly you're probably moving into one of these options here. And the second-hand market at the moment is flooded with this really good product. So there you go, guys. So the difference really is probably about 40 yards different between the technologies.
Yeah.
Between the midpoint and the higher price point, not a huge amount. Setup really counts. We have got all these options on Gimme Market at the moment.
I think for me it's my swing is the difference between the two. It's not really, you know, if I hit a good one on either of them, they'll go really well. And if I hit a bad one on either of them, they won't go as well. I think it's just me being a 10 handicap.
Of course, absolutely. There's always, even with the pros, there's always that tolerance level in there. But seek advice. We do a virtual fitting service here as well, where I can talk you through all the different options. But we've got tons of options on Gimme Market now as well at the moment. So please go out and check us, gimmemarket.com. You'll see some of these options on there right now. But Sam, thanks very much for being my mid-handicap golfer today. Any questions, guys, let us know in the comments below. If there's any videos you'd also like to see me shoot, again, with Sam as my mid-handicap golfer, let me know in the comments below. We'll make that happen for you guys over the next couple of months. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next video.
Enjoy this, Nick.